Welcome. I invite you to join me seated in easy pose. Bringing the legs crossed in front of you. That is comfortable. What they call, like I said, easy pose, Sukhasana. Stacking the shoulders over the hips, grounding down through the sits bones. Lengthening the ears away from the shoulders. Shoulders relaxed on the back. And then inviting some support right here to the bottom floating ribs that often want to flare out and push forward with the diaphragm. Inhaling and then breathing into that back body, creating length, strength, and space along the spine. Imagining as if your head is lifting up towards the sky with a gentle pull, gentle string. Finding your breath, eyes open or closed. And then bringing your hand up this gesture called Abhaya Mudra. And we're sitting in this easy pose in Abhaya Mudra. And just a little bit about it, it's interesting because Shiva is often shown sitting in this shape. Staying with your breath, inhaling through the nose. Exhale gently as if you are blowing out a candle. And Shiva is known to be the Lord of the universe. Transformation and destroyer are symbolism that go along with Shiva. And sitting in this easy pose, which is often an opening pose for many yoga classes, we bring our attention and our awareness of the support of the universe underneath us and around us. But this Abhaya Mudra is also a gesture of fearlessness, believed to be a mudra of protection, peace, benevolence, and dispelling of fears. Fear is the first obstacle of spiritual development. Inhaling, exhale, release. As electromagnetic beings with a nervous system operating our being, this mudra helps to cultivate better awareness and overcoming our fears. Helps to balance us emotionally by calming the mind, easing anxiety, staying with your breath, keeping up tall, breathing into every space and every vertebra along the spine, imagining oxygen bubbles, just being like little scrubbing bubbles all along the base of the skull, in and around every vertebra and disc, helping to allow us to feel stress-free, tap into that peaceful, strong, inner, deep awareness and foundational security, giving you a feeling of strength and courage. Inhale. Exhale, opening the chakras, removing any blockages in the energetic and physical body, allowing flow to go freely. And just noticing what you notice, and that it's the awareness and the noticing that matters. Taking a moment, staying with your breath, moving mindfully and with awareness. Let's change the cross of our legs. If your right was in front, please put your left in front. Noticing that it feels different on each side. Finding that stacking of the vertebra over the shoulders, over the hips, the ears elongating away from the shoulders. Head up, chin parallel to the floor. Then again, finding that support. Breathing into the back body, all on the back side. Allowing that thought, that meditation of Shiva, the destroyer, the transformation, guru, if you will, and bringing up mudra on the other side, a Bahaya mudra on the other side. Gesture of fearlessness, protection and peace, benevolence, and the dispelling of fears. Breathing in, exhaling. Excuse me, coming on an inhale. Fully finding length along the spine, reaching up towards the sky, rooting down into the sits bones. Maintaining that length and that strength as you exhale. Blowing out a candle, softening of the eyes. Softening between the eyes, looking from that third inner eye space. Shiva was said to have burned a third eye because his eyes were covered and he had to keep watch over the universe. So in the many depictions of Shiva, the eyes will be half closed, softening, and kind of representing that looking from within. Staying with your breath, noticing how long it takes to fill up the entire body container with oxygen. Exhaling, release, allowing your hands to come stacked into your lap. So maintaining that length in the spine, softening of the eyebrows. And the last piece I want to touch on with Shiva is the sound that you can probably hear in the background is the Om. If you'd like to join in, inhaling. Staying with me or coming back into this space, thank you so much for joining me. This particular video is for my 300-hour yoga training that I'm so close to finishing. I'm like 94% done, and this is a part of that training. But I wanted to take a few moments to talk about yoga mythology and yoga and religion. So yoga is used by religions, but yoga itself is not a religion. The mythologies are no different than Greek mythology of things that we just study and look into and personify and learn from as we will. So most of my yoga classes are not specifically, they're not specifically tailored, but knowing what I know in my experience, staying with my breath, staying with your breath if you're still with me, is that I come from a very trauma informed space. So my classes do not involve really anything to do with yoga mythology. I'm not going to talk about it. We're not going to om. We're not going to chant. We are going to breathe. We may move, most likely move. But I'm also probably not going to bring in the hand mudras unless that's something that you're called to do, or we're working on one-on-one and that's something that you request. You're really fascinated by the yoga mythology. I will definitely include it. But if you come into one of my public spaces, it's likely not going to be there. So thank you so much for taking a few moments to join me. Thank you for being on this journey. If there aren't words. Namaste.